Alright, 2K. Alright. You got me. You got me. After all this, you're finally doing what I thought you would have done ages ago and just upload a gameplay without, talking in the background or switching back to the devs or anything. We finally got actual gameplay today, and also look at MyGM. Also, what's going on, guys? RexBebop back again, and I'm just going to be talking from the hip about this whole WWE 2K22 situation, and just throw my hat in there just to say, like, hey, this is pretty much a follow-up of, like, 2 videos I've already made on this topic, and this whole thing spawned from just me not seeing gameplay, or really anyone seeing gameplay, and it's just like, oh, you shouldn't make pre-order call on this because we haven't actually seen gameplay, and now we actually have as of today. That being said, I pretty much said in my last video about like the arcade style versus simulation style and everything. I could go with either one. I don't really care. 2K15 as the simulation mode started, I kind of did that really well. It took me some time, but I can really go back and forth between arcade and simulation style because I've actually been going back and actually playing like Day of Reckoning and Day of Reckoning 2 and Here Comes the Pain and shit like that. So I can easily just go back and forth. I don't know, it's always been like a weird like thing I have where I could just like pick up and play anything again. Just like, oh, just give me 5 minutes of the controls, and this was like, oh, muscle memory. Boom, there you go. So to see this take the arcade route, I am kind of glad. Shit will be a little faster. People won't fucking act like they're in fucking molasses or anything. So I'm happy with what I'm seeing here. Except like the little reversal kicks and shit like that. I would not see like a reverse like kick from Roman or fucking like Lesnar or shit like that. When just like you see it in the R-Truth versus Lesnar match or the Balor versus Roman match. It's just like, wait a minute, what the fuck? You guys like make the reversals like make kind of some sense, some semblance of sense to like who the characters are and shit. But regardless, just like a little nitpick or whatever. I do see like a little tweak to like update moves and stuff like that, but it's just like it's pretty much what we have on standby. Basically, it's just like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So that being said, I like what I'm seeing. I genuinely like what I'm seeing. This whole saga of me saying like, hey, don't pre-order because fucking we ain't seen no fucking gameplay. Now it's just like, okay, I've seen it, and I genuinely like what I'm seeing here. I like what they have done with this. It genuinely feels like, I'm saying genuinely a lot, fuck. It really does feel like this is a step in the right direction after Ukes departed back when 2K20 came out. However, there is one issue I do have with all this though, and it is the MyGM issue. Now, why do I say issue? Because what I've gathered from this, and from what every content creator who they had to play this, and I know why. Also, I know why exactly that we're not going to have a roster reveal, because there's a lot of people who got released are still in this fucking game, no less. So yeah, they're not gonna fucking show that. I mean, they are not gonna show like Keith Lee, Swerve Scott, Karrion Kross. Like, I've seen Walter, and I'm like, good. Fucking hate that Gunther shit like with a passion. So it's just like, okay, good. Do not update this. The CWC NXT arena and shit like that. So it's just like, they are not going to show an act like, in terms of the roster, the full-blown roster, there are people still in who got released, and they're not gonna do that shit. So we're just gonna get like they're gonna get the they're gonna pick and choose who they want to show off and shit, which is now understandable looking at who is really in this now. So I kind of got over the roster reveal shit. But back to the MyGM stuff, because I'm shooting off the hip and going all over the fucking place. Okay, I like what I see in GM mode. However, you cannot do no custom brands. You can't do custom brands. You can only have one-on-one and tag team matches. No triple threats. No fatal four-ways. Matches like that. You can only have one men's and women's world championship. That means no Intercontinental Championship, no United States Championship, hell, not even a fucking tag division. And there's only 3 matches per weekly show. 4 for pay-per-views and 5 for WrestleMania. And I'm thinking to myself, y'all had 2 years to figure this shit out. Now, I know I'm kind of like, because I'll be honest here, I didn't really get in the GM mode until I got older, until I actually started to experiment with it. So as a kid, I just kind of like ignored it until I got older. So that being said, it's kind of whack how there are kind of restrictions on this from what I've heard and from what I've seen from the videos and shit like that. So I don't know. It's really a hit or miss, because it honestly, this should have more customization and shit like that. There is no reason why we should not, like, one brand should only verse with one other brand too. You can only pick and choose like one other brand to go up against instead of like a whole ecosystem of like everything. Like, it should be all 3 brands versus you, or all of us going up against each other. Not like, there should not be one fucking brand here, which is kind of stupid in itself. You guys had 2 years to figure this out, but I'm like, okay, this is why universe mode still is a thing. I kind of want to see what they did different with universe mode, especially like go with just one single superstar, but you still have the option to like play God mode and to play God and like pick and choose like who you want to get over and shit like that. I don't even think you can like. It's weird. It's weird how they done GM mode, and it's just really, really weird. It's like, why the lack of customization and shit like that? I don't understand that. But that being said, like I said, I have enjoyed what I am seeing. The more I look, the more I see, the more I'm like, okay, you guys kind of have this figured out now. From what I've seen, the entrances and shit like that, good. Matches, good. It's just the control scheme and the fatigue meter, which I'm still like iffy about. And now like the issues wrong with GM mode. Other than that, it's just like, this looks pretty. I gotta give them their props. This looks a hell of a lot better than 2K20. 2K20 was a fucking turd. Released at the door, and I refuse to have any discussion about that. Okay? Everything about that game, everything, piece of shit, everything. All right. God, man, like first week, just I knew I could still fucking like messing with that game and shit. It's just madness, man. But yeah, I did not want to be up here longer than 10 minutes, so I'm gonna cut this off now. I like what I see. It's just the weirdness with how GM mode is presented, and the lack of like, you know, editing and shit like that with GM mode. It's very, very restricted. Now I'm really, really wondering like what is up with universe mode. Other than that, this looks like a solid entry in the right direction. In terms of like, okay, this is the VC era, no more Ukes era. Ukes has gone on to, you know, did the All Elite game. So I can't wait to see what else we see. I can't wait to see what else they got. Honestly, like no shit. Like I will give y'all credit. Okay. But GM mode, man, the restrictions. It irks me. It irks the hell out of me. It really does. It just like. Why are there, you can't customize, you can't create custom brands, you can't have a fucking tag division, a mid-card division? It's a 2 title division show? Why? So yeah, that being said, I'm getting out of here. RexBebop signing out. Peace. Sees you when I sees you.